Hey mate, second video for the day. Last one I've done was on my still clone MS660. Now this thing right here is Paul's, and it's got a air leak. I try and show you the air leak on camera. It's got more potential for power. I got some new seals for it. I'm not sure what side. I'm not sure if it's seal, it could be something else. But I thought I'd just show you. I'll start her up, and last video I did this about a week and a half ago. It had power, okay, it was good and all that. But I think it's about 20 or 30% more power available on this thing. But I can't tune to it work. Now, what you didn't see in that video, I was tuning her up, and of course you got laid down like that to tune it, because the screws for here. When I lay over like this, the chain starts racing, and you be careful, hit something on top of a log, tune this up, and all of a sudden they start spinning like crazy. But as soon as you do like that, it goes back down. So I think it's a PTA side, even though this thing is brand new, really doesn't have real work at all. Brand new motor still, it's been poured and all that, but there's something leaking this, so I just thought I'd show you how it sounds and what it's doing. You can. And the stop button's not working, I haven't fixed it yet. But maybe that's working now too, so we'll just see. The stop button died, even though I fixed it. The video died again, so just try that too. Just run up, try and warm up, and just try and show you what it's doing. That was a fart, I think. Just warm that up a bit. I'll lay her over and see that efficiency. Feel that. Back up. The stop button's still not working, but you can see that speed up, so I'll probably have to do a leak down test, work out where it's leaking from. But first things first, I'll pull off the drive side. I'll make sure I've got a 4.4 steel rim drive on that. When I pull that Neo-tec one, the kind of the 660. Just have a look behind there. They do have a funny O-ring set up in here. Could be that. But yeah, it's not. You can see the roll over, started revving up. But the second time it wasn't as bad as the first time, so I'm not sure what's going on, guys. There's a leak here somewhere. I'm not getting down. I can't afford tune up the way it should go. So we'll go inside and pull it apart. It's been about a week, I suppose. Maybe longer than that, but just to add on to that, the first part of the video, let's have a look, see if you see visual on the saw of damage of why maybe there's a leak. Can I see anything? What's going on inside? And I'll show you what these things have. So I'll pull apart quickly. I would like to have seen these nuts or studs a bit longer. They're what you call a bit short with nut and chain and all that. It's just that should be 3 more wheels longer. You way better. If I get it off that way, I mean screwdriver. Undo the tension just a bit. Make it easier on me. But I don't think I'll see anything, guys, but I'll try. Because I'm curious, I still have to do the 4x4 rim drive, so I'll pull that bar chain off. This chain now is pretty blunt, so I have to sharpen that up. Oh yeah, it is blunt. Yeah, when last year it's blunt, I remember now. Cutting that iron bark, it's tough stuff. Especially on a full chisel chain. So I'll sharpen her up. They didn't name the chain, but what it was, I'm quite impressed it done quite well. I haven't got any longer full chisel chain, guys, that's why I use it on. I want to hang it up with the head on a big bolt. I can't because it's half phone, that's right. And the silver hang up there with the box. Now, I also want to see why the on-off button's not working with this too, so I'll maybe discover that too. So we'll pull this side part first. Put my head torch on. I'll pull the clutch off first because I need that off to get the rim drive. Change it. It's mainly so Paul could see what's going on. Because I like to keep Paul informed what's going on, guys. Because this saw. Nice and gently, got that off. There's the bugger Paul too. But this saw was the saw out of the two that started up really well first off, so I don't call it screaming pig, full bore, something like that. They're alright. Just something nice. It's now got to being a fat pig, so the fat pig is heavy, so those fat pig. Yeah, I was there, you got the cylinder, so I've got steel solid there. I put your steel armor drive with the saw bearing. And I might put my torch on. Now there's a big metal, die-cast metal thing there. You in the right shot. Get closer. There you go. So, trying to change you guys to see. There's the aluminium thing there. I think there's an O-ring behind that, and there's still behind that again. So, get that off. I haven't pulled this part apart, and this saw looks all a little bit nowhere near that bad as the first one though. Nowhere near as bad. The first one I pulled apart, it looked like a sieve. I suppose it's Neo-tec's first go of having these things. They come off or which way do you want to come off? Way drive. Or you screw one way and they come out. Imagine bugger. Get screwed over and give it a tick off. Maybe that. It's really nice metal. It's not brass, it's a metal backing on these things. On the other one was. I appear to see the same on this one here too. All ones I've had the pleasure to play with before have been brass. Let's see in a sec. Which could be the problem that's in height from the steel. That's steel. And that's a loose. So that's a problem, but every other one I've played with before have been bloody rock hard or sealed or yeah, look at that, loose. That could be causing the problem. There's a bearing behind that. But normally it's solid, they don't wiggle or wobble or anything. That's it. Well, not sure what to think about that. It shouldn't weigh. Ooh, that comes off. It shouldn't weigh at all. It should be stuck on there. I didn't think I'd see any visual. I didn't like it. I'm surprised. Didn't know they come off. I don't know. I saw for Paul. It was a Neo-tec 395 XP, and that brass part. I'm still in the shed. That brass part was sticking out like that, and that cooked the seal in the motor. So I bought a plastic one and put that in there, and that fixed the problem because there's extra pressure on the seal. So maybe that is a bloody problem. But they still didn't stop the stop button, so we'll keep going. So this one here has 3mm bolts, unkey bolts. Not sure where they all are now. No. 1. 2. Well, there's the third one there too. That's gonna come off. Give me access to what I want. So I probably need a pick to get that. Or a smaller screwdriver maybe. I'll need a pick, I think. Trying to get stuff I know it works, guys. So we need 3mm, so 3mm. Let's do it up. Free, Kevin, free. I want to make sure these holes are clean, because you stuff up these holes, you can't undo them. They're a bugger. So I'll pause you there. I'll get some brake fluid and apply it, clean them. Hang on, guys. All cleaned out now. It's important, I find, because they're 3mm, they strip easy. Really clean their basic Allen bolt out there and blow them out. Make sure you get full penetration of your tool. You get full grip. If they strip, you're in trouble. And now we'll take that Phillips head screw out. Maybe screw it up with that. I don't mind these screwdrivers, but blue and black. They're all blue and black. Stanley's got green for Phillips head and yellow for plain screwdriver. Be nice if they like that too. But I got to draw full of screwdrivers. It's pretty hard to keep track of what's what. You pull everything out, and it's always usual, it's always the last one you pull, it's the one you want. And like anything in life, if you got two choices, you always pick the wrong way. Shirt inside or out, back to front usually. Just like you try to do the lotto, always get the one that doesn't win. So it's like, this is life. So I'll try and get that off. Change touching the guard. I just was doing that. That's out of the road, doesn't touch that. I have to bend that in more, maybe. Shouldn't touch it at all. Thought they designed for 4x4, so I shouldn't worry them at all. Now I don't know if I can get this off with this, or I'll give it to a tool, I'm not sure. No, I'll use my tool. This one is slightly smaller than 3mm, even though it is 3mm. I don't trust it. But these I've had issues where they've been Loctite on from Neo-tec chainsaws. They seem to be put them on and never take them off. So they're pain in the ass. They're just easy to pull these off with some power. Like these Loctite, see? You don't want to muck around. If you do, you'll end up stripping them. I find that anyway. There's only 3 bolts to hold it on, but this thing has a manual primer, so there's a cable behind you, so the cable just come through here. And it'll leak oil, because all the reservoirs probably full, and this will basically go outside and empty it out. I know a mess everywhere. I get this thing off. It can be a bit of a bugger to get off. They're trying to glue this one down too. I don't know if there's a prying point on these. Come on. There you go. That was the manual oil adjuster, the 3mm bolt up in there. Adjust it. So I pulled that off there. And there's the O-ring. So I'd say that O-ring there is buggered, I'd say. And there's the other O-ring I was worried about. So that's your ring behind your worm drive. And here's your other O-ring. Maybe you guys can see that. It's the round clutch itself. I'll put that off. I thought maybe that was leaking. There you go. So after seeing that worm drive, I'm a bit wondering what's going on here. I have already replaced one of these before on Paul's 3120 with the proper hard on. I wasn't sure what was going on with that. I forgot what I did with that thing. I replaced that, and it was leaking oil too. I replaced a ring on here. Ring's not there. Where's the ring? Ring's up there on the actual outlet. So where the oil comes out here. Not that I ring's any good or bad. Should be a bit of tomato seal on that. That should fix that up. I cleaned up a couple of sawdust. Obviously there's no oil in the tank. All like that. I think. Me back a bit. Yeah. So I'll pull the other O-ring off, which is just up there. It's flat as a tack. Not much of an O-ring. And that's the oil pick up there. So the oil from the tank comes through that hole there. The O-ring's been buggered. Been squashed. It should be more of a round O-ring. It's almost like a flat washer. It feels lumpy on one side. No, that's not good. I'll find something to fix that. Look in the O-ring kit. But the oh yeah. My eyes aren't the best, but I can see damage on this seal. Might be source. Just doesn't feel right. I need my tool because there's a step here and it rides on the biggest step. So I've got a tool for putting steels together. It works on this. It goes to the step and the seal goes over that onto that crankshaft. There's something wrong with that seal. The seal just doesn't look right. It looks messed there. It's messed up just there. Alright, so that's that seal. Nothing wrong with the bearing. There should be nothing wrong. It's a new bloody saw. But I have to clean all that out. But I wanted to see, guys. So that showed me that problem that side. I'll put it back on. Then back on. I might do it later. Just pop it like that. There's the your manual oil and all that crap for here. Your adjuster for the screw there. Adjust your manual oil and also your oil pump. So if you wind that up too much, you'll get way much too oil. I did adjust a bit more, but only half a turn and really pumps the oil. So that's a good pump. I'll give it that. I'll put it like that. See if we can work out what's going on with the stop button, because I've already placed the stop button. Got no idea why it's being set about the way it is. Yep, you're right. So we'll get the 4mm out, undo the side cover. I don't like having too many saws like a part, guys, but I did saw done, but that's because it's meant to go home by February. It's now March. Things just don't go to plan. Family issues and all sorts of stuff. It was always something good. As everyone has family issues. So do I. Some good, some bloody bad. But communication, as long as you talk to the guy. If you're doing important work for someone, talk to them. Let them know what your problems are. Be truthful about it. You start hiding from the people online and stuff. That's when you get trouble. Big trouble. Now, is it wire off? That's what I'm wondering. Because I did have this working. Start playing up. Nothing wrong with that. Pull solder, it's fine. Wires on the car, what do you call it? Yeah. And you hate when you have words. Coil. That's fine. I'll take the top cover off now. I'm just going to let the come loose too. So I have to tighten it right now. It's one of those things, you get things to work right, they really do work. the one I did before, the 3120, that bastard was doing over 14,000 revs. I probably would have left the car the way it was, but I was worried I was going to cook the motor. So it's just on the point that because the Husqvarnas don't have a adjustable height jet, 14,000 revs on one of these cells is way too much. And I was worried, and I watched a lot of videos of guys doing this sort. And a guy overseas, he drills out the main port to 1.2 mils. So I did that. Small steel bit I've got, and I fixed that up. It runs a bit rich though, so apparently Paul's bought the Neo-tec carb for that. So here we adjust it up. I'll pull the stock cover off because you can't get the wires easy. And these are all easy. The one that's hard, I find, is both here. It's full of sawdust. I don't get it. Lucky it is. Go magnet. There you go. They're full of sawdust. They normally you can't get there, you bit into there. So I'll pull that out. I got no idea why the stop button just failed, this dumb thing. So I have to look down here. Hopefully I'll see what's on there. I'll do it. Right, get that off. Now I can't see if there's any issues. I think it could be the wire off and not causing a circuit to stop it and earth it out. But everything seems to be where it should be. But anyway, new coils coming, new switch, new wire from a different guy. Because the guy I got from before, he's not, he's running out of stock obviously, so I have to buy it from someone else. But this one here is a heat shield. So I might pull that off. Got a heat shield on the spark plug lead. Let's see a sec. And the other ones I got don't seem to have that. But I have done this before. When I did Paul's 3120, the spark plug lead wasn't long enough. So I just swapped the lead off from the factory one, all that crap. But I like having the heat shield, so I'll keep this heat shield and make sure it has a heat shield if it doesn't have one. I think it will, but the photos show me it doesn't have one, so. Look at the gaskets holding the carby on. Is there a leak on the block? Maybe. Don't think so. But that coil's going, so I'll pull it off now because it's a 3 mil. I don't need that because I don't trust it. It's been playing up. Works, didn't work, works. Don't play around with stuff that didn't work. Probably the first time. It's fine it goes, but I want the bars to stop too. Pull it off. 3 mils again. Make sure you engage. And I'll put Loctite in them too. Well, that I'd never take it off again. But yeah. That one there's on a funny angle. That's a bastard pull off that one. It's very still the handlebar move it. That coil, I'll keep it for your own personal use, but I don't know. It's a pain in the butt. So that'll go in there. Box. Screws that bolts over there. Now, when I've done the basic gasket deleting this, the flywheel was actually touching the motor. Now, to the point that it was touching just about there. No. You might be able to see a shiny bit. Just there. That was touching. And when I put the story together, I spun it over and I thought, what have I done? What have I dropped the motor? I thought the worst of the worst. Then it came loose and went tight. I thought, what was doing that? So I thought the easiest way was to grind away on the cylinder, which it did. Just there, I ground away. But this cylinder here is very thin. It's not what you call good. Now with this particular flywheel, there's a lot of casting marks on the flywheel, like ice, bits of crystals coming out everywhere. So I ground away, bits still on the fins now. There's the lump there. I ground away only gently, and I know not to touch flywheels because you start playing with them, they can fall apart and explode. but I just kissed around the back of this flywheel, and now it vibrates a tiny bit at extreme high revs. So I think what's happening, this is causing a resonating vibration. So I want to make sure I fix that issue. They feel like a band on. Something's loose. So I'll pull this off and show you. Because I think this saw is doing over 14,000 revs too. But doing high res is not good for a motor. It's not totally balanced properly. Actually, you did quiet. Not sure what to think about that. Right, I'll pull this off and we'll have a look. And the other thing I was doing this saw is fix it. Oh, you fix the operator presence lever. It gets stuck on and rev it to guts out. Like the other saw, I had to pull this part here out and chamfer this with a file in the internal of this sort of handle. You rev it and you go and stay on and rev it to guts out. This one done the same thing. I couldn't turn it off. And I pulled the choke, which I was trying to turn the thing off. Probably, for me, it felt like an eternity. But it's probably only a couple of seconds really that I don't know why I wanted to do it. I was tuning the thing up and just went berserk, absolute berserk. So, it's one of these saws, guys, it is a fat pig. But, I don't know, I'll get the file off, I'll bring it back. I thought I'd show you this. To me, it feels like the flywheel's become loose. Like that. I can't see the crank moving at all. So I've advanced the timing on this. I should be doing that, so I should be able to pull off it here on camera. Not yet. Come on. There we go. No. It's stuck. Might think me saying it here, hold this thing so I can do a bang. Try one more time. It's off the flywheel, so it should pop up. No, bloody bugger. I don't do anything to crank on this, so I think we're around the second. I'll give you some here and I'll get him to hang on to the punch and I'll punch the guts of this and pop it off. I'll give you some. Well, I'm not a happy camper. Not happy at all. Now, the flywheel on this came off easy. I first pulled it apart, not a problem at all. This time it didn't want to come off at forward. And I think what the vibration was, the flywheel was actually loose a tiny bit. But the nut was tight, so it's only not right the flywheel. That's off now. And maybe, I don't know, the flywheel is, it's the markings on it, there's Neo-tec. I'll bring you in and show you that. I can just show you what I cleaned up on this thing. I don't think I caused the issue with the vibration, but maybe I did, don't know. That's Neo-tec. It's been scribbled out. I didn't do that part there, Neo-tec did that. It had the casting marks all over the whole thing. So I just nibbled them off, clean them up evenly all the way around the whole flywheel, best I can. But now this would not come off. I know because it's Neo-tec and they're Neo-tec, not quite sure. But it wasn't seeming to be on tight, just weird. Now I did do a timing advance on this thing, not much. Not much at all. But can't turn it over now. Deconveyor. Well, there's a key right there. The key is still on there. I did finish that, I think. Yeah, I did too. I done time events on that, so I don't want to lose that. Put the magnet on that flow, which is right. But yeah, I've buggered up the thread on the end of the crank. So what I'll do, I'll have to I'll re-thread that, find a nut that's better than the one that came off this thing. Where is it now? Put it in there's the. So strip the thread a bit. Come on, focus. No, they're not focus now. That's it, break the thread just trying. As I said, this file came off easy as, and this time it didn't want to come off at all, but it didn't seem tight, so any plan that. No plan that at all. So I think I can say that it's going to run die, I think it is, over the thread. The crank looks alright, but damage is there. But the nut itself, because the nut doesn't come, you can't wind the nut level with the crankshaft because it doesn't come far enough from the flywheel. So you have to wind the nut out just past the flywheel so the flywheel will come off. But that thing was so tight. Man, I had me sitting out here. The jaws are point as well. Used a bigger hammer, used that one first. Got a good swing of that one, but this one here more of a bolt. Normally don't use these vice grips, but I'm not using this flywheel again because they break if you're not careful. So we're gripping it on the fat fin there. These big vice grips, and I mean we're gripping hard as to put pressure on the side of the flywheel. So when you bob it, the thing will pop off. But it didn't want to come off, so new flywheel's coming, new coils coming. I can work, and that comes with the stop button, so I fixed it up too. It's just a pain in the ass, guys. So, yeah, I just thought I'd show you what goes on when it comes to point saws. Just waiting for parts now. But yeah, I'm pretty all sure. So you see where I modified that there, to try and alleviate that. I probably will go further, I suppose, if I have to. But the other saw didn't worry. It didn't have a problem at all. It's a particular fat pig saw. But anyway, so I'll get her going. But I hate when the flywheels don't want to come off when they're meant to come off. Pain in the ass. Are we leaking oil? No, so you leaked all the oil out all over the floor already in shit. A pile of oil just there. That's where it should sit, and that's the last bit of oil. There, guys. Pointing saws is fun, but you have to have patience, and really you have to have a bit of experience and background, and don't go silly. Be patient, in other words, to try and make things work. I have to stop, back it up. I didn't realise the back lever on that car there. No. Boom, boom. But yeah, see, I'm going to fix that next. So, oh boy, it's a brand new saw. Problem this one. But yeah, I'm pretty sure that seal's no good. If you guys can see that. And I've got no idea why that seal is the way it is. There's that side up here, I think. Just in there. Maybe it's the TV, trying to get light and stuff in the camera. The seal looks furry, so that's why it was idling fast. Alright guys, that's it, saw out of the road. I'll put it in a box, wait for the parts to come, and start it all over again. I will get a new nut though. That nut there's a really fine thread nut. I do have another one from a small chainsaw, but that's way too small for that. So I'll go to the local hardware shop, or local bolt shop. I'll replace that seal too while I'm here. And replace that nut and re-thread that, make sure it's 100%. When this goes back together, that's going back together with Loctite. I'm never touching this again, hopefully so. I might do Loctite still. But anyway, she'll go back together, and that'll be the end for her. But he noticed that bolt was just about 3-4 mils longer, but yeah, where it goes. Alright guys, over and out, thank you for watching.